Thank you all. Tonight's topic is the 7 things women do that make men take them serious. So, what are those 7 things? You want to jump right on in, honey?
Oh, yeah. This is a fun topic. So, first, of course, an easy one is displaying self respect and confidence. So, a woman who just naturally carries herself with confidence and self respect is certainly going to be attractive to a man. I'm talking about a real man here. Let's put that disclaimer in there because don't get it confused. We already had that conversation. But he will naturally be able to recognize her inner strength and the independence that can come along with that, which will certainly be very admirable and empowering. I certainly think so.
Yeah, so some general things to remember. Maintain good posture by standing tall with your shoulders back and head held high. So, this conveys confidence and self assurance.
hmm I love the looking him in his eyes, especially when you're having a conversation. This really shows that you're engaged and you're interested in the conversation. And of course, a genuine smile really does go a long way. So, all of this really just shows that you're approachable and friendly. And that's really important for men. They don't want you to be all uptight.
Yep, and avoid fidgeting or nervous gestures. So, this can make you seem insecure or uncomfortable.
Yeah, and of course, when it comes to self respect and of course confidence, try to avoid overdoing that makeup and, having too revealing clothing. All of this can really make you seem desperate in a way and attention seeking, especially if you overdo it. So, yeah.
And number two, be careful. I'm sorry, be clear about your intentions. Be clear about your intentions. Communicate what you're looking for in a relationship. Being upfront and honest can help avoid confusion and ensure you're both on the same page. Now, this is good information for if you're dating in the dating world or in an early relationship as well, or any relationship at that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, certainly just meeting a guy. You want to really be direct, yet you really want to be warm when it comes to your approach so that it's quite inviting when it comes to men. You don't want to, be too serious and too direct to where it can seem a little harsh in a way. So little things I like to think of instead of saying something like, I'm looking for a serious or I'm looking for something serious, you could say something like I'm interested in finding a genuine connection with someone. That phrase is more open-ended and certainly more inviting because hey, you're hoping that maybe he's that someone or maybe not.
And don't be overly forward or pushy. That aggressiveness that men often at times you hear we don't like. Let him take the lead and set the pace of the interaction.
Yeah, for sure. And also be sure to briefly mention what's important in your life. What are your values, things that you really, really care about? And of course, your future aspirations. Briefly, though, especially if you're just meeting a guy, this will really help you to understand. First off, if you are having some type of similar values or long term goals, which is really important when it comes to him trying to figure out where, each other can fit within each other's lives. So, briefly is always important because you don't want to load it all on them too
Mhm.
soon.
Number three, show him that you are supportive and encouraging. So, a woman who offers genuine support and encouragement to her spouse is a true treasure that marriage minded men are looking for. A man appreciates a woman who believes in him and helps him to reach his full potential,
Yeah.
pouring in to a good man.
Yeah, and this, to be honest, can be kind of difficult to do when you're first meeting a man, but it's the little things that count. So being present and engaged in a conversation by avoiding like distractions can really show that you're fully invested in getting to know him. Also being sure to ask those clarifying questions and showing the genuine interest in his thoughts and feelings will certainly show him that as well.
Yep, and acknowledge his strengths and accomplishments with genuine compliments and encouragement as well.
Yeah.
So you can also demonstrate reliability and trustworthiness by being honest and upfront. So keep your promises. If you say you're going to do something, make sure you follow through. And if the opportunity arises to show him that you can be someone he can rely on in a supportive and encouraging manner.
Yeah.
So without expecting something in return. What do you call that? Reciprocity?
Yeah, for sure. This is really just helping to set that stage. Like, hey, I am a team player. I'm supportive, and we're going to get more into that a little later. But number four, displaying emotional maturity. This is a big do, and certainly one that a man is going to pay attention to, because when a woman who can openly express herself and especially remain calm and composed when under pressure, that really demonstrates emotional maturity. And this is a trait that men really find highly valuable as it allows for healthy and balanced communication within the relationship, which is really big. And also, it sets a good example. It shows him what you expect from him as well.
Yeah. And to display emotional maturity, it's generally a good practice to focus on the present moment. So you want to avoid dwelling on past experiences. We're talking about all that unnecessary baggage that you have and trauma. You want to make sure that you unpack all those bags and you resolve all your traumas as much as you possibly can before you get into especially a new relationship.
Yeah.
So ask clarifying questions also before forming an opinion to help avoid making assumptions or jumping to conclusions.
Yeah. And of course, taking responsibility for your actions is certainly a part of emotional maturity. You don't want to blame others or make excuses for things that happen. Just be responsible and say, hey, this is something I've done or something that, I'm going through, whatever it is. All of that will really just show your maturity. And that's really needed in a relationship.
So number five, being kind and compassionate are key traits that will naturally draw a man to a woman, their femininity,
Yeah.
as they are essential qualities for building a loving and supportive relationship. So a woman who is kind and compassionate towards others demonstrate a beautiful inside in inner strength.
Yeah, it really does because it does take, I think, strength to be kind and strength to be compassionate. I think a lot of people misconstrued and think that, oh, being all uptight or hard or mean shows your strength, when in all actuality it really doesn't. Especially if you are able to use kind and respectful language at all times. Avoid making those offensive or hurtful comments. That's really not, very healthy anyway. But of course, be able to express concern and empathy. That's really a great thing, especially if a man mentions any challenges or difficulties. Being able to offer that listening ear or words of encouragement will really go a long way in showing him, hey, this is someone I wouldn't mind having in my life.
Mhm. And expressing your gratitude for the things that happen, whether towards him or others, big things and small.
Yeah.
So you can express gratitude for his contributions and good intentions. He will notice your ability to be grateful and won't mind doing more for you.
Yes.
Inspiration. You can inspire men to do more for the relationship. You really can.
Yeah, by being grateful for just those little things. That
Yeah.
really matters. And women, we can relate to that. We love being appreciated for the things that we do. By you showing that to him is really going to make him want to do more. I mean, I see it all the time. Yep. So, number six, demonstrate cooperation and flexibility. This is huge and really important because it shows that you're a team player. And believe it or not, interested in teamwork and building a strong connection. This is essential for marriage in general. It is a team, and this is all that it's about, really.
And express willingness to compromise by being open to the ideas and suggestions for dates, activities, or plans.
Yeah.
Just be willing to compromise, being open to that.
Yeah, and having the experience. That's what it's really about. And men really pay attention to that. Like, if you're not willing to just do anything or be down for anything with him, how you gonna go through life with a man when you get the ups and downs of life and you never know what life gonna throw at you? So you really got to be open and flexible and being able to cooperate.
Yep. And like my wife said, show flexibility with scheduling, especially when it comes to scheduling,
Yeah.
by being willing to adjust your schedule to accommodate his needs and preferences when necessary.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we're not saying to just completely put your needs aside or anything like that, but really being mindful of his time and aware of his time too, so that then it shows like, hey, I'm willing to be a little flexible here and make things work. Because that's really what a relationship is about, making things work, even when things don't turn out the way you hope it to be.
Yep. And be respectful of his perspective. Even if you disagree, listen to his points of views without judgment. So this goes both ways, of course.
Yeah.
But respect, men really value respect. I think
Mhm.
everyone does, and in their right minds. But in the relationship wise, respect goes a long way.
Yeah, I think men really do spell love, respect. To be completely honest, that's just how it goes. But the last one, have a sense of mystery. What are we talking about here? So, of course, while a woman really should be open and honest, it is also wise to maintain that air of mystery that will really help to pique the interest of the man. So, the key to maintaining this mystery is not to play games. Is that what we're saying here? It's not about being manipulative, but it's really about focusing on your own inner world, right? Engaging your intentions, setting those boundaries, really being able to cultivate a genuine sense of self, whether that's doing that healing that you were mentioning earlier, focusing on your own interests, building yourself up. All of this will allow yourself to be discovered gradually, and he will actually be really interested in seeing, what else can I get to know about her more, because it's creating an atmosphere, excuse me, of intrigue, right? Of excitement, and that will really just naturally draw him towards you and want him to know a little bit more.
Right. And that is first done by maintaining a sense of privacy. What do we mean by that? Don't overshare everything about your life on social media
Yeah.
or in other conversations. Leave some things to be discovered.
Yeah, everything doesn't need to be said.
Right. Hopefully positive things. We're talking about positive things here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And also too, don't rush into intimacy. So take your time getting to know him before committing to anything serious. So
Yeah.
this builds trust and allows a genuine connection to develop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it does.
That's so true.
Don't be so quick to jump in his bed. That's what
Right,
what we're
yeah.
saying.
Right, yeah, for real. That's the easiest way to say that, to be
Right.
honest. Also, don't be afraid to be playful and spontaneous. So, although you're not supposed to just hop on under the bed, there's other ways that you can surprise him with those unexpected gestures or outings, things that he's not really expecting you to do, but it'll really help to keep the relationship exciting and unpredictable in a way. And he will really admire you taking the initiative of forming ways for you to build and deepen your connection with each other through fun and exciting things that you do.
Right. And then also be positive. So end conversations on a high note.
Mm-hmm.
So, leave him wanting more.
Yeah.
So this will keep the momentum going and encourage him to initiate the next interaction.
Yes, this is so true. I hear a lot of times women will just lay it all out on a man, explaining all the things that they have going on, and the whole conversation can be quite negative and downing. And this isn't going to want a man, make him want to come back and talk to you more, because it's not the funnest conversation to have. So certainly try to be positive, leave things on a high note. If you are going through something and you are talking to him about it, that's okay, but just make sure that you're able to redirect that conversation into growth or the change that you're wanting to make or the things that you're looking to implement. All of that is really going to help make things certainly more positive and interesting in a way, so he could see, hey, no matter what things she's going through, things, I like that she has that mindset of being able to stick it through and stay positive even when things don't work out.
Oh, well said. So thank you all, Blueprint family, for coming out tonight. If you can please like, share, and subscribe our videos, especially to someone who needs to hear this message.
Yeah.
So until next time, Blueprint family.